Come on. Could have been a skunk. Man wouldn't do that. This isn't a man. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. This time taking a deviation from my retro Laserdisc showcasing to do some retro DVD showcasing. And basically these DVDs I'm going to show you in the next coming videos are getting so old themselves that you can almost call these, you probably could technically call these, since these are over 20 years old. Like I think these are 22 years old. So I mean, you could technically call these retro DVDs. I have these in my collection. Obviously, I don't generally sell anything movie related stuff I have. You know, if I have it, I kind of just keep it. So obviously, I've got these, and I thought these would be cool to showcase, like the original DVDs, original DVD releases of the Halloween films, at least going up to 5. And we're going to start, of course, with the original issuing of, the first film from 1978 on DVD by Anchor Bay, which came out, like for the 20th anniversary. Oh, okay, I take that back. It came out a year before the 20th anniversary. It came out in 1997, probably towards the fall, I would imagine, of 1997. That was the first year that the first full year that DVD was really available, and the first year I got into DVD, and I got my first player in '97 and first DVDs. I would imagine this came out in August or September or October or something like that. And back in the day, Anchor Bay was kind of like, on DVD, it was one of the first outfits to really do like decent quality presentations of horror movies on DVD when DVD first came out. Anchor Bay was almost like the Criterion of horror on DVD at the time, coming at you to showcase probably the very first DVD release of the movie Halloween from 1978, back when Anchor Bay was actually cool before they were bought out by Starz, of course. And what's interesting about this release being the very first year of DVD is it's not anamorphic. It's it's interestingly enough, you've got side 1 with the widescreen presentation and a theatrical trailer, and you've got side 2, which I forgot that it actually contains a pan and scan presentation. Like, who the hell's gonna want that? But that was one of the selling points of DVD in the first couple of years of DVD's existence, was like you could have the option for both widescreen and what they called full screen and or pan and scan or whatever. So I'd forgotten that the first DVD of Halloween actually had the ability, or you could watch the pan and scan version if you wanted to. But it's very possible that, I don't think this release has any special features other than the theatrical trailer, but it's very possible that the widescreen version, and maybe even they made the pan and scan version from it as well, is the same transfer that was made with the first widescreen version that I featured on that was featured on that Criterion Laserdisc that came out in 1994 that I've also showcased on this channel. It's very possible that Criterion's scan is actually on this very first DVD, which, as I said, is non-anamorphic. It's just frickin', just non-anamorphic widescreen or whatever. But it's kind of interesting how they use, on the back here, they used the artwork that was used on the back of the Criterion Laserdisc, which would kind of indicate even more that the scan from the Criterion Laserdisc is the widescreen scan, and like I said, maybe even the one they used for the pan and scan version. But this is like the exact, even using it on the bottom there, and with that, the same picture and the same orangish color and stuff as the back of the Criterion Laserdisc, of course. But of course, I love this DVD because it sports the fantastic poster artwork from the movie, of course, and you've got, of course, stars and Roger Ebert's little Halloween is an absolutely merciless thriller. I would compare it to Psycho, Roger Ebert's little quote there. Then you've got, of course, the spine here, which I've gotten so unused to showing because I've been showing a lot of Laserdiscs, and those spines aren't even worth showing. Like, you can't even really see them in real life, let alone on camera. So you've got the spine and, of course, the back there. And for whatever reason, this is what they did the first year or two or something like that of DVD's life. They give you a little frickin' paper insert here with basically a reproduction of what was on the cover, and oftentimes on the other side, you've got a two-sided DVD there, of course. On the other side of this piece of paper would be the chapter listings, and sometimes they'd be even like in this case it is. Watch this. So it's not just a piece of paper with a front and a back. It does have the front, of course, and then, as always, And then, as often is the case with these early releases, you've got, I think this is a really crappy, yeah, this picture of Jamie Lee Curtis is a really crappy pixelized piece of crap. It's almost like they took a picture from a TV to get that image. And chapter stops, of course, and then it does have this, which is actually kind of cool, just photos, which is really kind of cool, to be honest. The night he came home, Halloween. But yeah, I had forgotten this came out in 1997. So that's cool to know it came out. I mean, obviously you got to get it out in DVD's first year of existence to get people buying players, get people buying DVDs and stuff like that. But I just had this in my collection, obviously, since 1997, and I thought since it's now November, it only makes sense to. I guess I'm a little late, but you know, better late than never. Thought it only made sense to showcase this very first Anchor Bay release of the original film from 1978. Halloween, and yes, I know it's kind of technically John Carpenter's Halloween, but I'm not a big fan of that, as I said in my, did I say that in my, yeah, my little video about the Criterion release of this movie. Not a huge fan of the John Carpenter's this, John Carpenter's that, so we'll just say the movie from 1978, Halloween, first DVD ever in North America anyway. Thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.